Hello, welcome back. Today is Monday, the 16th of June. I was just making my breakfast and I thought, let's just do a catch up. In my breakfast, because you're probably wondering, is oat yogurt with like friendly bacteria, banana, dates, cacao nibs, goji berries, a super seed mix, peanut butter. Can anyone guess what season it is? Yeah, I'm trying to tell myself I don't have it. And I was having Benadryl. It was making me very drowsy, thanks to Grandma Gaines. Go check out her YouTube channel, Bohemian Lifestyle thingy. I don't remember what it's called because I always call it Grandma Gaines. I'll leave a link in the description box for her YouTube channel. Please go and show her some love and support. But she said it could be making me drowsy, and it was. And now I've switched to Claritin, but it doesn't feel like Claritin's doing much for me at all. But I have got another one called Alleviate. I need to try that. But yeah. I don't know why I say, oh, that oat yogurt. Oh, something else. I don't know why I say, but yeah. And this is why I haven't also been on here recording, because I'm going through this. The only way to explain it is like next stage in life. I feel all my learning from watching videos, reading books, listening to people, journaling, going to therapy, seeing a life coach. Warning. I think it's already happened. Yeah, chia seed alert, food in the teeth alert. And that's okay. Highlighting it, we're aware. I'll brush and floss my teeth after this. And I've got my dandelion too. So all of that learning, don't get me wrong, I've been growing and learning and shaping into the person I'm gradually becoming. But it just feels like there's more of a shift lately. I can really feel it. And my latest therapist, she's a medium. She does trauma therapy, she does healing, she does like a whole mix. So at the moment, we're working on trauma therapy. And I have learned a couple of things I didn't know. Did I say I'm drinking dandelion tea? Cheers. It's very hot. But I didn't burn my mouth. So we're focusing on learning that. So it's basically more about her teaching me about it first before I start really talking about myself. I'm trying to think what I've learned that really stood out. Does anyone else get that as well? Camel lashes. When I sleep, sleep so in my pillow that my lashes come down like a camel. And then it just feels like my eyes are shut. Stay focused, wow. I really can't remember. I am learning, I am growing. Trust me, believe me. Yeah, I will try and share some of the things. She recommended, so complex post-traumatic stress disorder. So it's CPTSD, I believe. So instead of PTSD, it's a complex one that's not yet recognised. She believes that I'm going through that, and she thinks I'm very hypersensitive. So I thought sensitive people are different to hypersensitive people. You could be sensitive to things, get offended easily or whatever, but there's a hypersensitive that you get really emotional and like choked up. And I was explaining to her about times when I do that, and she was saying when I feel like that, check in with myself and see what I need, what am I missing, because a lot of the time it's our inner child or whatever's going on inside telling us this is what you need, this is what you're looking for. So I found that very interesting because I get very emotional around people suffering. I get very emotional around people of a very overweight size. It really upsets me, and I've been like that since little. And I was explaining when I gave my pocket money to a homeless person in Hastings actually, and she said the reason I would have been so drawn to that at such a young age, because I would have been under 6 years old, must have been, like just from memory of how little I was, what I was wearing. And she said it's because even at that time I felt like I didn't have a home, so I was homeless, which was quite true because I was moving around and in and out of different hostels, shelters. So yeah, that's quite interesting actually. But also, away from all that, I'm growing, I'm learning. I'm a fully qualified hypnotherapist. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. It's such a relief to have gone through all that training, all the coursework, homework, assignments, little tests here and there. 100% passed. Hallelujah. I'm so grateful. However, the next step is opening my own hypnotherapy business and just going and doing it. Because if I leave a gap, it's going to be harder for me to get back into. So I need to get straight into it. It's just having that confidence, it's having that belief in yourself that you can do it, because obviously it's all new. I have been practicing on my volunteers and students that I was training with, but it's very different to meeting a stranger and going through everything you've learned, because there is going to be hiccups, there's going to be trial and errors. I'm going to make many mistakes because I need to learn from mistakes. No one could go in perfectly, and even when I'm trained so much and done more learning and years and years and years down the line, I'm still going to make mistakes, because if I don't, then I'd be worried, because me being 100% perfect? No. Anyone being 100% perfect? No. There's no room for growth there. There's no room for learning or adapting and evolving with all the new things out there in the world. So I've just got to get past that, but I'm really excited. Oh my goodness. My main point of the video at the beginning was I've not uploaded a video because I keep overthinking it now because of the learning and the reading I'm doing. I've learned, and if you look through my videos, and I already knew that victim mode, I was playing victim a lot of the time and feeling really sorry for myself. And there's a couple of videos I've seen saying about depression being selfish, which is a very touchy subject, because I didn't know how I felt about that at first. But if I looked at it differently without getting defensive, feeling negative towards that statement, I can kind of appreciate and understand where those people were coming from in terms of saying depression is selfish, because they say when you're being depressed or having a depressive episode, there could be so many things that have triggered it or got you into that state of mind. But if you really focus on what you're thinking about in that depressive state, a lot of it is self-absorbed. It's all about you, your feelings, how you're viewing the thing. Even if it's about someone else, you're still thinking about yourself. And it created a shift in me, like, wow, I never thought of that. I always thought when I'm being depressed, I'm being so selfish, I'm being this. And then you hear people go, you're not being selfish, share what you're saying, da 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 da. But now I'm growing and learning. I'm learning that yes, we can accept and acknowledge our feelings, don't ignore them, speak up as and when need to, but there's a time and place. There's a too much oversharing. There's too much this. So it's finding that balance. But because I've gone through all this different learning light bulb moments, blah blah, I feel like I'm in a place that can understand that. But for someone else it could be very overwhelming. Well, you're telling me to share this, and now you're telling me to not. Now I'm oversharing. Now I'm not sharing at all. Now I'm too quiet. Now I'm talking too much. So it's very yeah, I can imagine it's confusing. Well, it is. It is still confusing for me. I'm not sure about that yogurt, but it's apparently doing good for my gut. Choo choo. It does get stuck in your teeth though. Oh god. Yeah, it is the chia seeds and the mixed seeds and all stuff. So now if I feel like I'm getting low, I just check in with myself, and I just practice more of that gratitude. I practice more of, am I playing victim? Am I being selfish? Am I feeling sorry for myself? And a lot of the time I'm saying yes to these things. And I'm like, no, it's used enough of my energy. You've had enough of my energy. We don't need to be doing that. Focus on the positives. Focus on everything I could be grateful for. Focus on what I can control, what I can choose, because there's so much that I can do, and so much that I'm choosing not to do, even if it feels so hard. But I'm getting myself in a real good routine now, just through that shift of mind of hearing about depression and being selfish, like seeing it differently and understanding that and playing victim and really embodying it and not getting offended by that and just taking what I can and learning. So now I've stuck to my 5K app. I'm couched to 5K on the BBC. I'm on week 7, so I'm going to start my week 7 today. I am doing it on the treadmill, but I'm going to do it. There's only 9 weeks. I'm going to do 9 weeks on treadmill, and then I'm going to go back to week 1 and do it outside. I just wanted to build that stamina, that endurance, that fitness. So I'm really proud of myself that I've stuck to that. I've also been, when it's getting to around 9 o'clock, I've been getting into bed. Even if we've not watched a movie, which was a thing, it's just not been a thing. I'm thinking, no, I want to be asleep by 9:45 at least. And even if I've gone to sleep just after 9 and I'm not falling to sleep, I'm not then picking up my phone, I'm not doing something, I'm just laying there and allowing my body to rest. And I have been falling asleep. There was only one night that I couldn't really sleep, and that's because I had to get up early. There was an alarm, and I think there's this whole thing about getting up early and an alarm waking me up that it just messes with my sleep. But I'll talk to my therapist about that and try and understand that a little bit more so I can help it. But I have been getting up early. I've been making sure I get up early. I think the latest I've been getting up is like 8:30. So today I woke up at like 5 a.m. Really need to get back to sleep. Just didn't get to bed till late because Nan's TV's loud. My partner's working really late, so he's getting in late. Pardon me. My gosh. So I was like, no, let's go back to sleep. So that's why I woke up just after 8. And I always find if you go back to sleep in the morning, you have the weirdest dreams. And I was having really weird, vivid dreams. So I was like, I don't want these dreams. So let's just wake up. So I wake up. So I've been doing that. I've been doing yoga and Pilates, even if I've not been doing like a 30 minutes. I think a couple of my videos have been like a 30 minutes Pilates or yoga, but I've just been doing like beginner's yoga. It's 10 minutes to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then straight into a Pilates for beginner again, 5, 10, 15, 20. Nothing too much, and go for the lighter options because I feel like if I push myself, I'm not going to stick to it. Yeah, it's just been nice to do the breathing, my stretching, my movement, and I feel myself getting stronger. I feel myself getting more balanced, flexible, able. And yes, when I find my legs, like my thighs are too thick to do some of the moves, or my belly gets in the way, mentally I'm in a different place. Where before that would really upset me, it wind me up. I'd be like, I can't do this, it would make it even harder. I'm being more kinder to myself. I can acknowledge it, but I am able now to believe and hear myself and listen to myself and go, this is just temporary. I'm currently working on this. It's a work in progress. You didn't just gain all this weight overnight. It actually took some time. So it's going to take even longer to get off. But you know what? You're showing up today. You are moving your body today. And I have thought this before, and it didn't do anything. But just again, something's happened in me that I can hear that now without any anger or annoyance or irritability. I can hear it and appreciate it and feel more in control, more empowered. I just feel I can walk with my head held high. I can just walk around. I'm choosing to not allow things to affect me or take power. And yeah, I'm in a really good place. still having some low days, but I'm not in that low for as long, and I'm able to get out of it and see it differently, feel it differently. So I'm feeling really excited about life, really happy about life, and I never ever thought I'd be saying that. And that's the story of my title, Hope Tixe. Started this channel because I was thought if I share, then I feel like I've got a purpose. I'm potentially helping others, creating a community where we can just all safely talk, share our stories, be vulnerable, but also being mindful because you're sharing with the world. Just wanted to create a platform that's going to lead to something even bigger. So hope, I have hope for a better future. And then the Tixe is actually the word exit spelt backwards. And the story behind that is I either have hope for a future or I'm gonna exit my future, which is quite dark, but it's my truth. Because there was a point where I thought I need some hope in my life. I don't see it. I don't see any positives. I don't see myself getting any better. It was very like negative talk. So yeah, it was hope or exit, and I thought switch it around. Many people won't notice. Don't want to create that sort of attention. But I think I'm more on the hope. The hope dial is this way. Before it was all the way here, and I was trying to give myself some hope, and it's gradually been going, and then coming back to exit. Let's call it Tixe. But no, it's going. It is fully max capacity in hope. The dial was at hope. Cheers to that. It feels really good. It feels amazing. So we've smashed our thing. I'm getting up early, so I've created a good sleep routine. I'm doing yoga and Pilates, so I'm moving my body. I'm doing a light jog because I'm not doing these crazy cardio workouts. Yes, I might go to some classes in the future sometime and experience that, but it's not going to be my everyday. I'm finding workouts and moves that I can do that I'm not going to give up. As long as I'm moving my body, that's all that matters. My washing is done, so that is my cue to stop. I've been talking for 17 minutes 35 seconds. I am grateful for your time and energy, and I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for being subscribed, and if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button wherever it is. Like, comment, share, and you will see me in my next video. Did I say I'm grateful for something? I'm grateful for being able to allow this awareness to happen. What are you grateful for today?